In this segment, I'm going to show you how to do a midterm adjustment on a motor policy in Relay. So to begin with, look up the client's file and select the policy line. Right click and select risk details. When a policy is on full cycle, when you look up the risk details, a lot of the sections will be grayed out. Also, if I just bring your attention to this column here, it says full cycle, it says yes. So that's another way I can tell the policy is on full cycle. So once it's on full cycle, a lot of it's been grayed out, so you won't be able to just change things automatically. However, you'll note that there's a button here, it says MTA. Click on it. And in Relay, you can do permanent changes or temporary changes. For permanent changes, if you click permanent MTA and just the drop down, you'll have options. So you'll have options to do a general change, cancel the policy, get a duplicate cert, amend the no claims bonus, or take it off full cycle if that was the instruction from the insurance company. So you can see here, I'm just on temporary policies, temporary changes. If you click temporary, then you can add a driver, you can add a vehicle, you can do a substitution, it's like a temporary substitution, or you can suspend the policy. If you do pick a temporary change, you'll have to pick a start and an end time. If it's a permanent, then obviously you just have to pick a start time. The policy or the change will end when the policy ends in this case. So in this example, the driver currently is driving a Skoda Fabia. It's an 11D car. So I'm going to pretend that Roger has rang us up and said he wants to make a change. He's got a new car and he wants to update it. So we pick permanent, and from the drop down pick general adjustment. We'll say he wants to make the change from the 16th, which is when the policy starts, and press OK. You can see now that some of the policy actually opens up, so I can make changes now. So I want to go into the car details in this particular example. So if I click on amend details, this is the car details that we put on cover initially. So essentially what I have to do is I have to override this information. I have to put in the new car details. So I'm going to put in the car and click search. So the system will find the new car. So it's a Volkswagen Polo. Now it's updated the car details, but what hasn't updated is the date the first registered and the date purchased, or the vehicle value. So I have to update all of these things myself. So well, actually 14, and I'll say he just got it this year, and I'll say it's worth 10,000. And again, I have to put in the number of seats. The system will stop me if I don't. Everything else on the right hand side should be the same, but if not, update it. That's it, press OK. And you can see now the car details have changed, but that's all that's happened right now. All I've done is I've changed the risk details. So now what I have to do is click calculate quote. So he's currently with Zurich, so if I click on calculate quote, Zurich will basically come back with a price. So Zurich is coming into the premiums tab, which indicates they're happy to quote. This is basically what the premium will be, and then I can put in any MTA charge if I wish. So some brokers might charge, say, a tenner for doing an MTA charge. So just click on SC and add in your fee, and then the total to pay in this case is 128. If he's just thinking about it, a little tip for you is to use store quote, because when you use store quote, you'll be able to access it quickly. So if I just go back a step, so say Roger was going to think about that and he came back to us and say, yeah, I want to go ahead. If I click on risk details and MTA and general adjustment, you'll see that this load existing quotas is become available. That's because I actually just stored details of the other car. So if I click on load existing quote, these are the details of the new car, Volkswagen Polo. If I just click load, and it automatically comes in. So that's a quick way of bringing the car back. And then I click calculate quote and it brings me back. So if I wanted to proceed, I could just click accept, and I put it on cover exactly the way I would do for a new business case. So there's no difference. Just click accept and follow the normal new business procedure. As I noted in an earlier video, if in this example Zurich wasn't quoting it and they were in referrals, I would actually have to ring Zurich and see if I can get an override code for them to quote. If it was in declines, I'd still probably ring them to see if they would be willing to proceed. They might actually say to you, yes, we will proceed, but on a non-full cycle basis, so they want to do it manually. Kind of the last port of call is actually to swap the insurance from one provider to another. That would probably be the last thing I would do. So go through the process of referrals and declines first before having to move them. So that would basically be how you do a midterm adjustment on a full cycle policy. Thank you.